a pig suffering in a crowded, heated building? The answer is speciesism. Speciesism involves the lack of consideration to certain animals based on species classification. Its premise underlies the notion that those who are considered companion animals are worthy of protection, while certain other animals are merely for human consumption. Activists are being charged with major fines and going to jail for providing aid to animals engaging in acts of civil disobedience and exposing the animal agriculture industry. These powerful industries are seeking to criminalize acts of compassion. Direct Action Everywhere is currently working on a campaign for the right to rescue. This concept is simple. Animals in distress should be provided aid. In order to achieve this, it is necessary to establish that animals are legal persons, not property, so they will be protected under law. In the state of California, Penal Code 597E states that any person has the legal right to enter onto property where an animal is being deprived of food or water in order to provide aid. Legal necessity allows a dog to be rescued from a hot car. Why not a dehydrated chicken on a factory farm? We need to show the world that rescue is a moral and legal necessity, no matter the species. That activists who carry out these actions are reasonable people engaging in reasonable acts. And we must grow our numbers until there is nothing more that the industry or authorities can do, until a massive group of many thousands of activists take action together, unified. The animals don't have time for us to be passive vegans. In this very moment, as we are out here marching freely, resting in the shade and drinking water, animals are languishing in crowded, filthy, windowless buildings, suffering from injury and disease, starving and dying of thirst. Animals are trapped in cages so small they can't move. Babies are being ripped away from mothers. Their bodies are used and abused and discarded like trash. The animals don't have time for us to sit idly by, watching as veganism continues to grow. The availability of plant-based foods is skyrocketing. This is fantastic. This is fantastic and something to celebrate. But we need the message of animal liberation now, everywhere and in every way. As a species that has the ability to advocate for others, we have a moral imperative to protect the most innocent and vulnerable among us and to inspire others to take action. Animal rights activism is an obligation for living on a planet where humanity dominates and harms non-human human beings in every conceivable way. It is a profound decision to commit ourselves to living vegan, which enables us individually to reduce animal suffering and concurrently reduce our carbon footprint. Yet it's a decision on another level to stand up boldly for what we believe in, which sometimes requires putting our comfort levels aside and in some cases our freedom on the line to make our cause heard. Being an activist is necessary for the message we seek to convey to the public that animals are individuals with their own sense of purpose who deserve the right to their lives. There is a growing unit on the front lines of this rising movement, armed with compassion and a strong belief in justice for all beings. We are committed to standing up for those who society at large views as products, as objects to be used, those who through tradition and conditioning are deemed unworthy of rights. From attending protests and marches, engaging in public outreach, spearheading campaigns, bearing witness, doing open rescue, holding demonstrations, and establishing sanctuaries, animal rights activism takes on multiple forms. There is something for each one of us. Share this video. As we work to establish the right to rescue, we will continue rescuing animals from hell and bringing them to sanctuary. And we will not stop until all animal exploitation industries cease to exist. Until all slaughterhouses and farm facilities become sanctuaries, let our voices be heard and our actions be bold.